Good evening, I'm Rhonda Williams, president here of the Putnam Republican Club, and I want to invite everyone to join with us. We're going to have Candy Ensor give us our invocation. Candy, everybody stand.
Father God, we thank you for everything you do, for your grace, which is so undeserved. We thank you for these friends who also are compatriots. Help us all to know and be sure that you have everything under control. This world falls down around us, lies everywhere. But we know that you win it all. Give us that peace. Please bless this gathering, help us to hear what is said, and to enjoy each other's company. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And if everyone will join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Please come seat. So we'll recognize, we have a few of our elected officials in the room. So we'll start with our John Browning, Florida Transportation Commission. John, if you'll raise your hand. Leo Wilkinson, who is on our board and also the chair of the county commissioners. Clay Davis, property appraiser. Thank you, Clay. And Charles Overturf, who just came in. He's at the back of the room, supervisor of elections. Thank you, everyone. If you are a visitor, I don't think we have any visitors here tonight. Is there visitors here? No. All right. So what I'd like to do is quickly just give a little bit of information. Since the founding of our great nation, women have stood in service. From the story of Molly Pitcher during the American Revolution to the women serving in uniform today, American military women have consistently demonstrated courage, patriotism, and unwavering leadership. More than 3 million women have served in the armed forces of the United States. Their contributions, long overlooked, are finally honored in a place of powerful and dignified as their service. The Military Women's Memorial, located at the gateway to Arlington National Cemetery, is the only national memorial dedicated to honoring all women who have defended this nation, from the Revolution to present day. The idea for this memorial was born after the dedication of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in 1982. A group of World War II women veterans asked a simple but powerful question: what about us? They had served, they had sacrificed, and yet there was no national recognition. The American Veterans Committee legislation was passed in 1986, signed into law by President Ronald Reagan, authorizing the creation of a memorial on federal land to honor women in the military. A national competition was held for a design, and the winning architect was Marion Weiss. The memorial opened to the public in 1997. Its court of valor features a reflecting pool and a 200-jet fountain, representing the collective voices of women in service. 4 stairwells break through the original wall, symbolizing women breaking barriers in the military. And inside, visitors can explore the register room, home to the stories of over 300,000 service women. This is the heart of the memorial, a living, growing tribute to those who served. Along the historic line that connects the Lincoln Memorial to Arlington House, this memorial stands not just as a tribute, but as a call to remember. Behind its walls is a gallery chronicling women's service from the Revolution to today. It also includes the Hall of Honor, where those who made the ultimate sacrifice or were recognized for extraordinary bravery are remembered. This memorial is not just about history, it's about legacy, pride, and the enduring truth that freedom has always had strong women standing in its defense. Today, June the 12th, is National Women Veterans Day. And if I could please have our female veterans rise for a thank you. I believe we have Judy. We have a few other ladies who are here tonight, so thank you, Judy, for your service so very much. In addition to that, in a few days, we're going to have the 250th birthday of the Army. So if you are an Army vet, please stand up and let us recognize you. And all the other branches of the service. Do we have any other branches of the service here recognized? Marine Corps. Thank you. We love our veterans, that's for sure. Thinking about our veterans, I want to give a big thank you to those who came out Memorial Weekend, the Memorial Day celebration. So Johnson Overturf every year is the host of going out to the cemeteries and placing flags on the graves of our veterans. And so there was a large group of us. It's a week-long celebration, you could call it. It's very, if you've not done it before, it's really engaging, it really gets to your heart, and it really makes you think about what you're doing in the service and the sacrifice of those who are no longer with us. So if you didn't do it this year, please join us next year. Ricky Bobby heads it up. We'll give some more information on it, but it was definitely worth the time to go. And they do it 5 straight days. They do all sorts of cemeteries. If there's a cemetery in your area that's not being served, why don't you take on the challenge of representing that cemetery and grabbing some people in your neighborhood or your church. And Johnson Overturf will help provide you with the flags to put the flags out. So thank you to everyone who helped in that project. So I think what we're going to do now is go ahead and get into our program for tonight. And while Buddy makes his way up here to introduce him, I'm going to give a little commercial break. So we always have tickets for 50/50. Ann Miller has the tickets. Tonight we're also going to have 2 additional drawings. One is for a God Bless America little bag. Wine bag holder. I don't know, my wine doesn't last long enough to put in the bag. And then the other is this tumbler, the Putnam GOP tumbler. So we're going to give one of these away as well. It comes with a straw. So buy your tickets. We've got those gifts coming up tonight. All right, Buddy, take it away.
Thank you, Rhonda. I know that, let's make all the noise because Mark's calling. Okay. All right. I like to pick on Mark. Well, I like to pick on just about everybody. But I do like picking on Mark because he's good-natured. I first met him many years ago. He first started with the chamber, and he was up in Tallahassee. And he didn't know what the heck was going on, never seen anything like it, but he's in love with it. He has adapted well for Putnam County. And a lot of people don't realize what the chamber does. Now, Mark is the Vice President of Economic Development, which means he doesn't do much of nothing. Now, he's a busy person. He is all over the place. He's involved in a lot of things. I've got to know him. He's been very good for the chamber, very good for Putnam County. Mark, if you don't know, one more thing about Mark doesn't have everything that he needs to do his presentation because the guy, that's me, that was supposed to be over all that, he's not very technical. That's not my thing. I know how to talk into the microphone and make fun of people. So he doesn't have everything he needs to do his program. That's my fault.
It really is Buddy's fault. So yeah, the college graciously set up a screen and they had a projector, but we don't have a cord to connect my laptop to the projector, so that will cut down on my presentation because I have this nice PowerPoint slideshow and it doesn't. I'm going to tell you something. There's a person in here who was born in the same county I was. in Ohio. Anybody want to take a guess at who that is? It's our chair of the county commission, Litton Wilkinson. We were born in Belmont County, Ohio, right on the Ohio River. And she moved down here at 9. We were about 9. So I grew up there, graduated high school, and lived most of my life in Ohio. I get a lot of ribbon because I am an Ohio State fan.
Yay!
But we have the high ground because we won the football championship. So it is a pleasure to be here. I see a lot of friends, people I know, and have gotten to know in the last 3 years that I've been here, and have enjoyed the folks here in Putnam County. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met, and they give you a shirt off their back if you need it. And Buddy's one of those people, so I want to give him that shout out. I started here in August of 22, and took over the economic development position. I had done economic development for about over 30 years up in Ohio and Michigan, and it was great to finally come down here where there's no winter and no snow for 4 months, and it's been a real transformation for my wife and I to be here in Putnam County, and Putnam County has opened their arms to us and made us feel like we'll never be from Putnam County, but they made us feel like we are, and that warms the heart. Trust me. So, does anybody know what economic development does? Cleo, be quiet. John Browning, be quiet. So, the definition of economic development is it's a program, group of policies, or activity that seeks to improve the economic well-being and quality of life for a community by creating and/or retaining primary jobs that facilitate growth and a stable tax base. So that's basically what we do. And I'll run through kind of the 3 main things that we do. Like I said, I had some slides to show you, but Buddy messed that up. Yeah, so there's really 4 kind of main goals that we have in the economic development field. And every county, major cities, states have economic development agencies. So we're not alone, but there is a network of us out there. So the 4 goals are attraction of new industry and business, retention and expansion of our existing industries, marketing and promoting Putnam County as a place to do business, not only internally, but externally to the world, because as we know, business is global now, and the world's gotten smaller. And then the 4th thing is workforce development. We have to prepare our young people to take our jobs, and they're a future workforce. So companies are always looking for employees, and it's great if we have those folks locally. One person can't do it all anywhere. You have to have partnerships. So who do we partner with at the Chamber? Florida Commerce. We partner with the Jax USA Partnership up in Jacksonville, and we're part of the Southern County region in Northeast Florida that includes Duval, St. John's, Nassau, Baker, Clay, Flagler, and of course Putnam. We also partner with the North Florida Economic Development Partnership because we're designated as a rural county. We work with Career Source Northeast Florida on the workforce development side. We're partners with the Putnam County BOCC, Putnam County Development Authority. We work closely with Northeast Florida Association of Realtors and the Putnam County Realtors Association. And then we also work with the cities of Palatka, Crescent City, Interlochen, Willaca, Pomona Park, and Melrose. Give you an idea of kind of our project pipeline, things, the baseline. When I got here 3 years ago, I was handed 2 manila folders, and they said, "Here's the projects we're working on." I was kind of like, "What? It's not a lot." One of them ended up being a major expansion, Certainty Gypsum, they're up on US 17 North, same entrance that Seminole Power Plant has, and they announced the $235 million expansion. They're adding 500,000 square feet, production line and some warehousing, and they were creating 115 new primary jobs with an average wage of $65,000 a year plus benefits. So, and those are the kind of jobs we want in Putnam County. They're about ready to open. I would expect September, October. They've been working in the building for 2 years to get ready, and then they'll fire up that new production line. They make drywall out of the gypsum. Originally when they came here, they got the gypsum, which is Seminole Electric would burn the coal, generate the electricity, and what was left, I call it fly ash up on the Ohio River, but it's really gypsum. And they repurpose that product instead of landfilling it, and they make drywall, cement, anything hard is got gypsum. So we got 18 projects in the pipeline as of today, which is a lot. Some of those are, most of them are attraction, people looking to move or relocate businesses and industry. We have plenty of land. We have the Putnam County Business Park out by the airport, about 140 acres left. So we're trying to fill that up. And there's a lot of other land because Putnam County is such a large geographical county. Another project announcement, and I took a lot of ribbon for it, because we give them code names to protect confidentiality. So Certainty was called Project Inverness, and then the most recent announcement was Project Buckeye. I gave it that name, and I took some heat for that. But it ended up being Georgia Pacific's paper mill. They've just recently announced a new $83 million, almost 500,000 square foot warehouse distribution center. It's going to create about 25 jobs. And you know, GP pays well. So those are the kind of jobs we want to bring to Putnam County, because then other things follow it, like new retail, restaurants, shopping, those things follow. We have a couple other projects we're working on. Project Poly, it's a PVC pipe manufacturing company that would invest almost $40 million in Putnam County and bring 80 new jobs here. So we're trying to bring that project to fruition. And it will go up on the north side of the barge port, up off of US 17 north of Crystal Cove. And the other is Project Pavers. They make paver stones for patios, sidewalks, driveways. They're looking to invest $10 million in a new building and create 15 to 20 new jobs. Again, types of jobs we want in Putnam County. So I'm going to go back in time a little bit. So when I got here in 2022, our Putnam County Economic Development Council hadn't met in 8 years, and it was kind of dead in the water. So I got the bright idea, we're going to relaunch it. I had no idea how it would go, but we did. We relaunched it in early 2023. We do quarterly luncheon meetings, and we invite all of our investors in economic development and elected officials and such. And we actually had it today here at the college, our June meeting. We'll have 2 more the rest of the year. I bring in speakers from outside. Today was Joe Pickens, so he asked to speak to talk about what the college is doing as far as workforce development. But normally I'll bring somebody in from out of state to talk about economic development so that we can educate the community on what we're trying to do for them and bring good quality of life here to the folks that live here in Putnam County. So we did that, and then I realized that you can't build a house without a blueprint. You can't build a community without a plan or a blueprint. So in late 23, I drafted a new 5-year strategic plan. It's very similar, if you're in business, to a business plan. You go to the bank, get it funded, run your business. In the nonprofit world, we call them strategic plans. So we put that together, and in October, we brought in a consulting firm to do a feasibility study to gain more feedback from all the stakeholders in the county. They met with 45 different folks, businesses, public sector and private sector, and then they delivered results to us, and they said, you can get this plan funded. So in January of 24, we launched a capital fundraising campaign to raise the funds to implement all the strategies and initiatives in the plan. And initially, we put a $2 million price tag on that plan, but it's over 5 years, so that'd be $400,000 a year. We were very fortunate. We kind of blew it out of the water. We raised $3.5 million. So Putnam County stepped up, and I'm very appreciative of that. And it's allowed us to do things that we weren't able to do before because of lack of funds. A couple years ago, the chamber was understaffed and underfunded. Now it's fully funded and should be fully staffed soon. There's some history on there. So what is in that plan? Our first pillar or strategy is targeted economic growth. And that's what I mentioned earlier: attract new industry, retain and help our existing industries that we already have here expand and grow, hire more people, and then market Putnam County's assets to the world. Our second strategy is talent attraction and development, and that's the workforce development component. Companies are not going to come here if they can't get employees to work in their facilities. And then the third piece is a quality of place or brand identity that we're trying to do to promote Putnam County, but have a brand, so that when you hear the brand, you instinctively think Putnam County, Florida. You've seen I Heart New York, Virginia's for Lovers, Pure Michigan. You think of it, you know what that is when you see those brands. And so we're trying to brand Putnam County to the world. We're the bass fishing capital of the world. We're Azalea City, Blue Crab City, River City. We've got to condense it. We've got too many names. We've got to condense it down to one so that we sing the same message. Everybody's saying the same message as they talk to people in their network. So, like I said, I had some more slides that I can't show you. But I appreciate being here. In the 90s, I was fortunate to work for a gentleman by the name of George Voinovich, who was the governor of the state of Ohio. He also, when he did his 8 years, he ended up taking John Glenn's seat in the U.S. Senate. Good Republican from Cleveland, Ohio, and it really helped launch my career by working with him, because I met so many people that it was unbelievable. I mean, from Malcolm and Steve Forbes to George W. Bush. I mean, they were all coming through Ohio to get his support when they weren't around. So I appreciate the time tonight. I'd be more than happy to try to answer any questions if you have them. Okay, great. Yes, sir. I'm sorry? I happen to have one right here. I carry this in my pocket because our lunch. They are in our places. John Browning carried over. John Browning carried over. You don't think we win the college football championship because we're good. But yeah, that's they are nuts that mainly are good for animals, squirrels, raccoons, but they're poisonous to humans. So if you ever get one, do not eat it. However, and Leota will be my confirmation here, trust and verify. In Ohio, they make peanut butter and chocolate Buckeyes that taste like a Reese cup, and they are delicious. So you can buy those and eat those. So great. Well, thank you very much for having me in that. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sorry?
Yeah, everything that went wrong was my fault. He didn't share that the chamber does so many things that we just don't know about. The bass tournaments and a lot of the events that happens, they put a lot of effort, a lot of stuff into it. We talk about rural county days up in Tallahassee. The chamber puts together a whole lot of stuff. I wanted to make sure that we knew what the chamber does, because they just do so much for our county, and it's like the unsung heroes. They're just not seen, but we need to really appreciate what the heck they do there. And we really appreciate Mark. We appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate you putting up for me, and the fact that I'm a slacker when it comes to technology. But thank you. Give her a round of applause.
I have a quick question for you. And since your time coming on board in 2022,
Yes.
how many jobs have you been instrumental in bringing to Putnam County total? Do you know?
Yes.
Or give us some statistics. Dollar-wise, come up here so we can have you on camera. So give us some statistics. How many companies, how many jobs, how many dollars?
Well, have anybody heard of the Florida Scorecard? It's put out by the Florida Department of Commerce and the Florida Chamber of Commerce. And in 2024, Putnam County had the highest job creation per capita in the state of Florida. We were number one. 1,100 jobs were created. I failed to mention that. I should have reminded me, but I failed to mention. But we really celebrated it January, February, March, because after it came out. In 2022, we were 63rd, and in 2 years we rose to number one. So hopefully we'll be right there in the top 2 or 3 in 2025, because we just announced the Georgia Pacific project. So, and then we help other companies. They might not be making big investments, but they got to hire people because they're getting new contracts, and they got to hire 10, 15. And those are the kind of things that we do to help existing companies that are already here and been paying taxes, hiring people, paying wages, hire more people so that they can push more product out the door. So it's hard to keep tally of all that, but the state does a great job of tallying it, and we kind of rely on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So just to dovetail on that a little bit, Les Sims, would you come up here for a moment and give us just a quick blurb on what is Career Source? Because it sort of dovetails in with what he's talking about bringing jobs. We're not going to have, it's going to be hard to find the jobs like Mark shared unless we've got people who can fill those positions. And it just so happens that we have somebody on the board of Career Source, Les Sims. And so kind of tell everybody, what is Career Source and what do you do and how does it impact Putnam?
Okay, well, Career Source basically focuses on post-secondary training and education. What does that mean? When people get out of school, or let's say you get out of school and you get out of the workforce, but you want to re-enter, you have to have some kind of skill set. And if you don't have it, we got to figure out how to get you one. So here in Putnam County, we at the mall, there we have our own office there. And in the area, I think we have 6 different facilities in Duval, Clay, St. John's, and whatnot. But basically, what we'll do is we'll take let's say a single mom. She'll come in, she fills out a questionnaire with a computer there. It takes about 10 minutes or so. We figure out what her skill set, the pros and cons would be. What does she want to do? Then we can take that person and place into the community because we have partners like my business. My roofing business is a partner there. And if they have somebody coming in that may fit the roofing role, we'll put them to work. But GP, Seminole, everybody plays a part of that. What we do at my level, at the state level, we basically govern the funds. We take a look at the entire state and decide how much should go where, basically. And then we distribute those funds, which on average is about $290 million a year, to all the 21 different affiliates throughout the state. So the Northeast Florida affiliate runs our area. I don't tell them what to do or anything like that. That's what they do. I'm up at the level in Tallahassee to basically administer the funds. Mark at the chamber comes in and says, hey, let's partner with Career Source. And we just had a hiring event at the mall 3 weeks ago. We hadn't had one for a while, and it kind of frustrated me. So I made some phone calls and said, look, we need to have a hiring event. It was great. I hired 3 or 4 people that day in my roofing business alone. So does that tell you what you need to know? Thank you.
Yeah, just to give you another example on that Certainty project, the state Career Source Board gave Certainty a $275,000 grant to train those 150 people, like on-the-job training.
Wow.
So, and the great part about 115 jobs, they all live in Putnam County. That's amazing. You know, to get 115 people, but those are good paying jobs, and they're getting trained so that they can be successful in those jobs.
Well, I know my son has recently relocated back here to Putnam County, needed to find a job, was trying to go out on the various sources online and put an application in here and there, and then got a call from Les to say, why don't you try the job fair? The county had representatives there at the job fair, GP, Certainty, Beck, there was a lot of companies there, and he just could go from table to table to table. He also went into the Career Source office, took an online test. They assigned him somebody who worked with him, and they actually physically called to GP and said, we want you to interview this guy. He went for an interview. He starts Monday at GP, so yay. So it's really a successful program here in the county, and I suggest that if you have friends or family, even if you're someone my age and you've been out of the job market and you want to come back into the job market, you can go and they can help you. So, keep it in the back of your mind, and if you don't remember, if you know someone who is looking for a job, or you know someone who's looking to get back into the marketplace, or maybe into a different career, give a call to Career Source or go to the mall and find them. It's a great resource for all of us. So thank you, both of you. I appreciate that. And sorry for calling you on the spot, Les, but thanks for participating. All right, going on with our program, on the program that I put down for everyone, I need you to change a date. Next on, I want to talk about the No Kings Rally. It's June the 14th. It's this Saturday. Now, there's also a website address. So what is the 14th? Well, first of all, it's the birthday of the Army. It's also the Donald Trump's birthday. So on the 14th. And it's also going to be a tribute to the Army that's going to be in Washington, D.C. I think we've all seen that on TV over and over again. Well, the Democrats have created the No Kings Rally. And I have not seen something so well organized in a long time. If you go out on this website, you will see just how organized they are. And this is a protest rally against Donald Trump and the Trump administration. And so there is going to be a No Kings Rally here in Palatka. It's going to be from 10 o'clock to 11:30 Saturday morning at the courthouse. They have packets with materials, they have slogans, they'll have different things that they're going to be, cheering, but they're everywhere. There's going to be one in St. Augustine, one in Daytona, one in Palm Coast, one in Gainesville, so they're really everywhere. I put out on our Facebook page for those of you who are on social media, that as many people who could make it to that downtown area, please wear your MAGA gear proudly, wear your red, white, and blue, show your support for America. Please do it with dignity and respect. Please do not disrespect the other side. Although we might want to, we don't want to see your face on the front page of the paper that you've been arrested by the Palaca police for, slugging some little lady who's, waving her upside down flag, American flag. But if you have the ability to go, and it's an hour and a half, please go. I think, do you want to say something, Ms. Leota? Okay. So they have already approached a lot of people Democrats in the area. I'm not sure how many they expect to have. Sometimes these can be a bust and they'll have 1 or 2 or 3. Other times it's not a bust and they have 40, 50, 60. So just know that it's an opportunity if you so choose to make an appearance. Buddy, you want to come up here and tell us about our upcoming speakers?
Well, upcoming speaker, because I haven't, I do have upcoming speakers. Let me take that back. I do have on. Next month is going to be Jay Tilton. He is with the Putnam County landfill. And there are so many things going on there that it really is going to be neat to hear. And then following that will be the legislative, what's his title? He is the upcoming legislator of the year, our own Mr. Sapp. Judson Sapp was awarded, being the best legislator of the year. I thought that was pretty cool. He just got in there. But he's going to come in and tell you everything he's been involved with and what he's doing for Putnam County, and that'll be in August. Now, the good part about August is I probably won't be here. So, anyway, so that's it.
Thank you. And if anyone has any ideas for any guest speakers, please get with Buddy and give him information on who suggestion you might have for a guest speaker. Also, we are in need of help, and here's the help that we need. One, we need help with people helping us set up and tear down this meeting every month. So if you have the time to do that, we meet here at 4 o'clock. We could definitely use your help. Just give me a call, let me know, and I will add you to the distribution list. 2 is we need some help with our social media. So we have a person or two who'd be interested in helping to post information out on our social media page. So that would be great. We are going to not participate this year in Interlochen in their 4th of July celebration. I will let you all know that besides being hotter than blue blazes, we have had a lot of years that we have been there. There's always been something happening. There's been some candidate that we needed to support and help them. There's been times to sign up people to try and sign someone up to become a Republican. Know that this year we have no one running for office. We don't have the capabilities currently to sign people up. So other than just go sit there and smile and say hello to, 99% of them already being registered Republicans. So we just felt like this year we would take a pass on that. So please, everyone, enjoy your own 4th of July celebration, and we'll talk about doing that next year. Our upcoming board meeting for July is July the 3rd. We're not moving it from that date, so please know that anyone is welcome to join us. We meet at Beck Automotive at noon. And then our next month meeting, July the 10th, here at 5:30, with the meeting starting at 6. So other than that, is there anything that Anyone like to share any information that we need to distribute? If not, we're going to take a few minutes. If anyone wants some additional tickets for the 50-50, to win the pot, to win a mug, or to win a wine bag. So, Ann, you got them all?
I think she got them all.
She got them all? All right. So we're going to go ahead and call this meeting closed so we can handle business outside of the meeting. Thank you, David.